Anyway, now, this former Black Panther, is seeking UN aid, right? Because he was he got framed for a cop's murder that he didn't commit or nothing like that. Now saying they was putting a lot of innocent people up in jail like a mug. And this dude went to jail in 1982 or whatever whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Right. So of course, he was gonna start fighting back or whatever whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because they did him wrong. This man's 44 now. You know what I'm saying? Real. I mean, that's some crazy stuff, gang. That's some crazy stuff. They had a pocket for that. And that's bro. Anyway, now this LAPD officer is getting charged for exposing racism from his co-workers or whatever whatnot. They didn't charge the co-workers nothing or anything like that. They charge the person that exposed the co-workers. For real though. And they it's crazy as ever. That's it. Because yeah, I mean so he didn't seeing all the racist stuff that was going on in there. And that's on bro. Anyway, that's cop tased this man for complying to his orders and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Ronaldo. But the cop ended up trying to tell a goddamn story after saying he wasn't complying and that's why he tased him, and he said he better be glad that he didn't beat him up or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Ronaldo. Anyway, they didn't even do none to him, but he lost his job for that shit. Real though. Anyway, this was that happened in 2024. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, years ago or whatever, in 2022, he got his ass beat. They whooped his ass. Real though. He had glasses on and all that. For real though, ended up trying to fuck around and shit and got his ass beat the hell up. For real though. I mean, I said, but he's still still doing this and things, still fucking with people and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that he wasn't supposed to do that shit. He just constantly just do shit that he wanna do and just lie about it. And that's on bro. Anyway, now this woman went out on a jogging date with this man all up in the woods or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy as everything. Real though. And this man blurted out this these words or whatever or whatnot. He said this is where I'm going to kill you. For real though. He didn't realize that the shorty was up there recording and shit or whatever whatnot about what he said. And he looked back, he was like, oh, you recording? Oh, I was just joking. Now I said, no, the fuck he wasn't. He was not joking. And the crazy thing is, shorty just wanna go on a date with him again. What the fuck is wrong with that? Goddamn, that's crazy as hell. This dude just said he was gonna literally kill her, and she wanna go on a date with this fool again, and that's on bro. Brutal. That's some crazy shit. Brutal. Anyway, so this man, what I'm saying, actually, talked about the real shit that's going on or whatever. He said white people, most white people don't like black people or whatever, whatnot. And for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, that's some crazy shit. Because what? You already said, you know what I'm saying? They don't chill with black people. They don't go around the spots that we be at or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They don't even stand kicking with us for hours or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? It was this other dude. He, actually, had a problem with his son up there, dressing like he was a rapper or some shit. He was dressing like he had gear and shit like that. know what I'm saying, with his head all turned backwards and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, shit. And then he started talking shit. Now, this wasn't like, dude that was like, actually saying that, like, most white people don't like black people. This was the other dude that, like, was at a bar or whatever one night, you know what I mean? Heard him. And he was like, talking like major shit or whatever one night, you know what I'm saying? He liked them black women, but, it's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy as hell. For real though, I'm like, damn, it's like, crazy as hell. But shit, that's what's what. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, his words just came out whatsoever. And he just like, actually like, just letting it all out. Raise his ass up, you feel me? And that's some crazy shit, and that's some real. Anyway, now this dude went to a Louis Vuitton store, right? Up in Greendale. And like, it's crazy as everything. For real though. I mean, I see it. They blocked him for going into the door or whatever. Because it was like two, like, people in the door shopping. You know what I'm saying? And both of these, like, individuals was white or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? This brother was like a photographer or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? For real though. But they actually did like blocked him from the store or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The person was another brother blocking him from going into the door. Then it was all these white dudes blocking him from going into the door or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy as hell, you know what I'm saying? Real though. Anyway, so I'm like, hell no, that's some crazy shit. That's some crazy shit for real. And that's on bro. Damn, they blocking themselves from making money and shit. For real though, that's crazy, gang. That's some crazy shit. Anyway, so now I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Just up there, just wandering or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Just up there, like chilling or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, now I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Happy that I like actually like, doing my thing up in school, whatever, whatnot. But that's the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? My teacher like put like, the beginners with the advanced students. Beginners with the advanced students. And hey, I'm gonna teach. I'm gonna teach. For real though. I mean, like, see, if the beginner students learn shit they're not supposed to, then shit. I mean, like, hell, I mean, like, shit. If they, like, get mixed up together with the advanced students, hell, I'm gonna teach. I'm gonna teach. I'm not gonna play no games. For real though, I'm not gonna play no games at all. For real. I mean, like, shit. I mean, like, she didn't give me no instructions to, like, say, like, do this in a number or anything like that. She just put them all together and send them to me. Me, I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna do my shit. I'm not playing no games. I'm serious. I mean, like, see, just like I said, I'm representing my goddamn name. And since I'm representing my goddamn name, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. For real, though. I'm gonna teach. I'm not gonna play no games. But that shit, I mean, like, hell, I mean, like, shit. I mean, like, I could understand if I, like, just was standing around not doing nothing and we just standing there just, like, looking at each other for hours and shit. I can understand that, but I know all the material shit. So hell, I'm gonna go ahead and teach, do my thing, for real though. But the only thing she didn't do was separate the advanced students from amateur students, for real though. I mean, like, because that'd be a big help right there. I mean, like, shoot, I could go on one side and do my thing with the amateur students, and then go on the other side and do my thing with the advanced students. For real though. She did that with the white belt and the orange belt. I mean, why didn't she do that with the orange belts? That one was an amateur and one both of the other ones was like advanced. Why didn't she do that? Why didn't she do that instead? For real though, because it's like crazy as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you like send me to like do form, I'ma do form. I'm not finna play no games. I'm serious as hell. And that's on bro. Not saying I don't play games. I'm doing my shit. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, hit the bell notification so you see my next upload and my next post. And I'll make sure to make another one tomorrow. And oh yeah, you can check out my previous videos if you like, gang. So long, farewell, goodbye.